it's main event time. And by its main event time, I mean it is my main event time. This doesn't make sense to anyone that doesn't listen to this show or has talked on this show before or listened to us in any capacity. But we're having a Roxanne Modafferi fight, baby. We're having a Roxanne Modafferi fight. And I don't know, many of you don't understand what that is if this is your first time listening. But we go way back with Roxanne Modafferi. And she is right now a plus 275 underdog. Just updated those odds there on odds on the notes there because it changed. Versus Viviane Araujo, minus 335. Real Mike, talk to me about the Happy Samurai or Warrior, whatever her name is at this point, versus Arroyo.
Oh, man. Well, if you guys have listened to the MMAforMoney show, you've been blessed to bet Roxanne Modafferi a couple of times when Bob's called them plus 200 or more each and every time. Sometimes I come in here and I'm like, holy shit, he's betting Roxanne. But I'm going to back him every fucking time because every single time my boy calls out a Roxy fight, she backs him and she comes through hardcore. This one is going to be a really good fight. It's going to be a little bit tougher in the sense of that Viviane's striking is really good. I like it a lot, but her gas tank isn't that great. And so if Roxy can get her down on the ground and implement her game plan, she's very, very long, Roxy, as you can see. If you ever done jiu-jitsu and you start rolling or wrestling with guys that are longer and lankier than you, they throw up triangles easier. They throw up arm bars easier. They take your back and lock in body triangles easier. They literally do a lot of things easier and better. With this one, I see exactly why my boy Bob loves his girl Roxy, and I'm going to back Roxy in this fight to win a 3-round decision, possible submission.
In the past on the show, I've had some less than favorable things to say about Roxanne Modafferi. It is true that her striking does in fact resemble Jim Carrey and Me, Myself, and Irene, or Jeff Daniels and Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, that's
but literally my only note that I wrote down for I texted you guys during the week is I'm not even gonna try to break. I agree with Bob. She's probably gonna pull off a decision somehow and just keep coming back to do that forever. The only thing that I can say is that I know I can't remember the other female fighter who had like the win-loss streak that went on forever.
Random
Marcos. There you go. Modafferi's kind of on that right now too, so maybe that'll happen. I don't know, but
but she lost a grappling bout against Danielle Kelly after her win against Andrea Lee, so the streak continues.
Oh, I got you. I got you. All right. Well, then here you go. Roxanne Modafferi, probably by decision. Let's go. That's all I got.
Sorry, I just want to we're not just blowing smoke. If you have followed us here, I want to give you some odds here that we've gotten on Roxanne Modafferi. Currently in Roxanne Modafferi picks and bets, we are 3-1. Okay, we bet her against Shevchenko light at plus 265. We bet her against Jennifer Maia at minus 110, but she wasn't quite the underdog there. That's right there. That's where we lost her. She lost that fight. But then we had her against Macy Barber at plus 330. Yeah, and we had her against Andrea Lee at plus 205. So those might not be exact. That's just me going by the odds that are on Best Fight Odds from the openers. And obviously the closing stuff ended on those. Some were higher, some were maybe a little bit lower, but somewhere around there. We did not get the high price on Modafferi against Barber. At one point, I think it hit like plus 700 and it sat at like plus 5 something. But we got it closer in the 330 range. But so you're telling me that Roxanne Modafferi, probably 3 things she's best at is closing distance, locking up her opponent, and out-grappling them. You're telling me she's going to fight someone who is smaller than her and does not have as good of a ground game. Plus 275. I'm sorry, she's going to get across. She has gotten so much, Prime himself in there in the chats talking about Syndicate MMA. She's taken a major turn at Syndicate MMA. And I'm not telling you she's going to be a champion. She is not going to be a champion. But this is the type of fight where she excels. She's fighting a non-elite fighter, and she's the underdog. When those two things happen, especially if she has a grappling edge. The grappling edge is big. I missed that versus the Jennifer Maia one. She doesn't have the grappling edge there, so that's why she lost. And she has to, so it's qualifier. She has to have the grappling edge, and she has to be an underdog. And that system has done amazing. And this is exactly that. She is the bigger, stronger fighter here, which obviously aids in the ground game. She will be able to get it against the cage. She is great at trips and throws, and she will get it down there and she will win a decision. Unless there is just 3 Chris Lee judges, which obviously I can't do anything about. But it's like we said before, outside of top 10, even like top 6, 7 of WMMA, you go with the dog and it goes your way. And I'm doing the big here. So Roxanne, the Happy Warrior, Modafferi, plus 275. That's 1 unit to win you guys nearly 2.75 units. I am straight hyped.
Let's go.